Hey guys, it's me, the Dog Fanatic, and welcome to week 8 of the Pokemon Premier League. Yes, if you're thinking, well, you're dressed exactly the same as you were last time, it's because I'm recording this immediately after. I'm massively behind on my videos, so I'm playing catch up. Also, if I'm being quiet, it's because baby's asleep and my wife has some of her friends around, so I don't want to disrupt any of them. This week we're up against Nexus, possibly one of the largest, I think probably the largest content creator in the league. Last time I played him, we did beat him, I think. I think that's when we had Galarian Moltres just go a bit crazy against him. So he'll definitely be out for blood, but also Nexus is still within the playoff race. He'll probably need to beat me quite heavily and win his next game, but it's not over. And because it's not over, obviously I'm going to try. I'll be trying anyway, but I'm not going full meme at this point. We are 6-1, so I did win last week. Sorry for the spoilers. But we are qualified for playoffs. But another reason for me to want to really try still and try hard is obviously because I can finish first seed in my division, but also as it stands I can actually get the highest record out of every coach in the entire league, which is not something I don't think I ever expected to be able to do. I think I'm pretty much guaranteed to be in top 3 at this point if I win this game, which would be incredible because again I wouldn't have even expected to get that high. I wasn't too sure how good the team was, but I think the transfers we made, bringing Basque Legion in, was great for the team. I think since I made those transfers I haven't lost, so it's been great. It's been the best draft league season I've had, but it's probably also the luckiest season I've had. So hopefully that stops and I can kind of start winning on skill. So anyway, let's go over Nexus team real quick. Roaring Moon, Terrifying Mon. Tinglu, yes, he's doubled up on Darks there, but it's a Tinglu, like it doesn't die, so you know it's annoying. Got Glimora, which is an issue because I don't want the hazards. I can definitely see a hazard stack coming here. Jirachi, possibly very annoying for my team. I think that'll become because it's probably one of his better road pond answers. Terra Quable and Terra Sinistra, by the way, two of probably the best Terras in draft. Obviously, I think we all know at this point Terra Fairy Sinistra is just like a hard wall to Gouging Fire, so I expect that to come. That will definitely be coming, which is why Gouging Fire isn't coming again. Terra Quable, however, is terrifying. I can see it being Terra Electric. There isn't really a lot I can do to stop Terra Electric, because fighting water and electric combined pretty much hits everything super effective or neutral on the team. The reason I see that coming is because obviously it then means it can hit the Basque Legion. It can't be paralysed by potential statics, that's why I think electric will come. There's not a lot I can do to stop it, so I just have to accept that's my fate. Latias, Bellybolt could be annoying. I don't really have a lot to stop Bellybolt. Cinccino, I don't really expect that to come. Terra Alcremie, and then you've got Gothita and Ghastly, so I feel Nexus's draft is sort of like top 8, really good. Other than that, not so good. Whereas I think a lot of my draft, other than Family, like all usable, viable. So it's quite a top heavy draft, and I think it's probably quite easy for me to predict what Mons are coming to this game. And quite simply, I think it's just going to be the top 6 because they are miles, like, you know, by far his best Mon. So talking of which, let's just go over the team that I've got to bring this week to face Nexus. So we've actually got a debut in week 8, and that's going to be Ribombee. Now, Nexus's team, he's got 2 fairy switch-ins. He's got the Glimora and he's got the Jirachi. However, Jirachi is probably the only real fairy check in this game because I can just hit the Glimora with Psychic. So if I can get a Moonblast into Glimora, or some like Stealth Rock chip into Glimora, Psychic does like 70%. So this thing just becomes a Moonblast bot, and it also allows me to outspeed his entire team. So if you didn't see, his fastest Mon is the Roaring Moon. So actually if I can get Sticky Webs up, I really get some good speed control this game. Fairy typing in general is just good into him. So we've got Psychic and Moonblast, we've got U-Turn to try and maintain momentum. I debated whether to put Baton Pass on there because I didn't want to hit the Glimora, which is a possible switch in, but realistically it's going to be Jirachi. And they've already mentioned Webs. There is a chance that he spins. He's got Quavel, and he's got Glimora, so it's Mortal Spin and Rapid Spin. I don't think he'll want to run Rapid Spin. I think he'll want to run Aqua Step, Close Combat, Terra Blast for electric typing, and Swords Dance. That's what I can see him bringing. I don't think he needs the speed boosts elsewhere because my team isn't the fastest. I think if he gets one Aqua Step boost off, he'll be in a good position. So I don't see him bringing Rapid Spin. However, Mortal Spin is definitely possible because my Steel type is Ribombee. Ribombee isn't. I mean, I considered bringing it this game, but overall I don't think it's one that's going to come, which obviously it isn't. Spoilers. So Mortal Spin could be quite free, and obviously getting poisons off is quite nice. So I see that as more of a possibility. So, but Web's going to be very important for this game, especially if it's like booster speed on the what's it called, Roaring Moon. That could be quite scary. Next we've got Keldeo, Terra Fairy. Like I've already mentioned, Fairy is scary into his team. His only checks are the Glimora and the Jirachi. Well, Glimora's not going to want to take a Surf. It can't take a Surf. It can't take a Surf after a Terra Blast unless it's like a max HP, max Special Defense AV. That's the only way it can take it. And Jirachi isn't also going to appreciate a Surf. I don't really need Fighting type Stab this week. I had Secret Sword on here for a while, and they were just kind of like, well, we don't really need, they don't need it because everything that gets hit by it is hit just as hard by Surf. Like Surf does more. If it's a max for Death Ting Lu, it still takes more from Surf than Secret Sword. So I just needed Surf really. Obviously Fairy hits a lot of things hard, like I mentioned, and we just got Calm Mind because this thing scares a lot of his team out. So if I can just one Calm Mind up, I expect Sinistcha will be a switch into this because obviously it's resisting or immune to both my stabs. So if I can get one Calm Mind up and get ahead on Calm Minds, because I do think it'll be Calm Mind on the Sinistcha, then that'd be really nice. I do think Sinistcha will come as a physically defensive one though, because he will bring that as the primary answer to the Gouging Fire. So next we have got Basculegion. We're running Liquidation, Flip Turn, Aquajet, Scale Shot. I didn't really know what to have in the last move slot here, but I'm going to recommend Scale Shot or Outrage. It means I don't get completely walled off by the Roaring Moon, but actually a plus speed. With the speed investment I've got, I outspeed quite a lot of things. I don't think I outspeed the Roaring Moon, but yeah, it then allows me to pretty much outspeed anything else on the draft. But with this speed investment, it allows me to be, once again, like a flip turn bot. Maintain momentum. If I can get a Nexus in the blender really early, then he has to be really, he'll get on the back foot, and that allows me to be in a much more commanding position. Yeah, I think this might be to outspeed uninvested Jirachi from memory. And then we are a little bit what's left over on HP. I was originally running Shadow Ball with a Naughty Nature and some special attack investment to allow me to hit the Sinistcha. But we just kind of said, actually, this thing isn't going to want to stay on Sinistcha anyway. So I just flip turn out and go into one of my other things that can deal with the Sinistcha a bit better. Sinistcha in general, though, I don't really deal well with in my entire draft, which is why I considered bringing Ribombee, predicting the Terra Fairy. But we'll go over that a bit later on. So next we've got the Zapdos. Again, just kind of like a mixed bulk set to allow me to try and take some hits as much as I can. Discharge for Paralysis, Hurricane, Strong Stab. I'm pretty sure it's the same set as I bought to last week against Lars, just the EVs are slightly different. But I remember to put static on it this time, so that will really help with the likes of the Roaring Moon, but also Ting Lu. Ting Lu, this is one of the best switch-ins, unless it's running Stealth Rocks, not Stealth Rocks, Stone Edge. Heavy Slam won't do a lot, obviously I'm immune to Earthquake. The likes of Throat Chop probably won't do too much. I can get some statics. Yes, I could make myself weak to ground by roosting in front of it, but I can just get some chip, depending on what the item is, U-turn out and get into something that allows me to get some more pressure off in the likes of Keldeo, Ribombee, or the Basculegion. Second to last one this week is going to be the Donphan. Again, I think this is actually the same same set as last week, apart from, again, the EVs are slightly different. I think this was, again, more to be something for a Ting Lu, but I wanted Spin. I had to bring Spin because Nexus has got all the hazards that you could face, I think, other than Webs, which is really bad. I don't want Toxic Spikes, I don't want Spikes, I don't want Stealth Rocks. I haven't mentioned, but I think I've got Boots on Ribombee and Keldeo. I haven't on Basque Legion. I've got it on Zapdos, and I've got it on this. So 4 of my 6 Mons have got boots on them. We are quite bulky on the special side. I can't quite remember what that was for, because this was obviously built a few days ago. I think it's for the Glamora, because Invincible Glamora is also quite scary. And if it's a special Jirachi, then I take the hits a bit better there as well, depending on the coverage moves he brings, obviously. Earthquake is just decent into him. Like, yes, it won't do a lot to Ting-Lu, but overall Earthquake's pretty good. The combination of ground and ice is always, is a proven strong combination, so it just brings some nice coverage for Dumbfan here. And then finally, we are bringing the Ogerpon. This Ogerpon is potentially an endgame mon, especially if I get webs up. If I get webs up, this thing outspeeds the entire draft of Nexus, unless he is scarfed or booster speed on the Ribombee, which would be annoying, but otherwise I can get to +2, and the combination of Power Whip, Ivy Cudgel and Knockoff will just sweep his team pretty much, especially if I get rocks up. If I get rocks up, that's pretty much a guarantee. If I don't get rocks up, depending on investment, there could be things that live, like the Latias potentially, or the Glamora. Things, I mean, Ting-Lu will die to a Power Whip pretty much at +2 anyway. Like, a lot of his big name mons just die to this. So yeah, endgame Ogerpon is the aim here, with basically Ribombee, Keldeo, Basque Legion all breaking, Dumbfan and Zapdos kind of being defensive pivots in this game. So that's the team for Nexus. I will see you for the battle shortly, but if you do enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll see you for the battle.
Right, we're here for week 8 of the PPL. I think I've qualified for playoffs, so pressure is off. This game has been delayed for private reasons. So he brought the Fairy Cine, of course he did. Electric Duck, so that's probably going to be... Electric Duck is interesting. Let me just put that in there, and Cine is Fairy, which means he's probably not got a Terror on it now. I was talking to Amber before the game. I'm just throwing her under the bus here. I took Shadow Ball off my Basque Legion and put Scale Shot on because memes, but... yeah, if I could have done with that Shadow Ball, then I'm going to be quite sad. Right, did I get the team right? Oh, look at that, I got the exact 6 correct. So Nexus has got, like, I don't know if Nexus is, I don't think he's in the playoffs at the moment, but I believe he's in the running. So, he's got 2 potential spinners. That's why I'm running 4 boots. We are leading Ribombee, we outspeed the whole team. I click U-turn turn 1 if I get a favourable lead. Ribombee is just depressing, is what I've learned. Because, like, Ting-Lu just takes no damage. I think it would probably have Heavy Slam. But if he leads it, I'll just U-turn out into Keldeo and go from there, I think. Well, actually, I could go Basque Legion, to be honest, because he ain't clicking a Dark type into Ribombee. We'll get him in the blender early. Oh, I forgot to change the music again. So we've got this shitty home music. Oh, it's Lead Jirachi. Could just get my webs up while he gets his rocks up. Could U-turn straight into the Dumbfan. I can't spin because obviously the Sinister, so I'm just going to get my webs up. So we get webs up. He's probably going to get his rocks up, right? Yeah, he gets his rocks. That's fine. We are basically mono boots this week because there is a Glamora. Let's U-turn out. Now, I did kind of think, I don't really have a lot to go into. Do I outspeed uninvested Jirachi with my Basque Legion? I don't. So I'm going to just go to Zapdos and click Discharge over and over, I think. Scouts for Thunder Wave. Scouts for... Okay, so he's just trying to get Paras, which is just rude. Much deserved, I think, there, to be honest. Let's go for... It's interesting, though, because, like, Shield Dust prevents Para, so... Is that the best move he's got to hit me? So, you could just go hard Ting Lu here, which seems reasonable. I need to keep this quite healthy. So I'm going to U-turn out. You withdraw, which is fine. If he goes Ting Lu, this is just Keldeo, and I just go Keldeo, and I just click a button. So you're not Boots, that's fine. No special attack, that's okay. You get the U-turn chip. I could go into Oakmon. Why does Power... Oh, I've got Jirachi in there. I was going to say, why does, like, Oakmon take nothing? I mean, he's got rocks up, so I'll lose Sturdy. So actually, I just go into this. Click Flip Turn. Scout. You might try and set up Spikes. These lefties, okay. So, he has to fear the Wave Crash. Choice Band Wave Crash would be disastrous to this thing. So, I'm just putting him in the blender over and over again. Trying to get my own rocks up would be nice. Yeah, if you switch out, if you go Cine here, you go Jirachi. Okay. This should take a lot. Are you Helmet? You are not Helmet. Okay, so honestly, if I can get Jirachi gone, like, right, let's just scout, shall we? Jirachi, be specially defensive. Looks like specially defensive. So Keldeo isn't the play here. Donphan could be. It's a very free switch into the Sinistra. So I could make the switch out into Zapdos again. Click Roost. He stays... No, does he stay in? He's powered, so he might not be. But we'll scout. You withdraw. Do you go into the Cine? You do. So I could stay in and click Hurricane. And force him to Terra Fairy. Which I don't think he wants to do, because I didn't bring Gouging Fire. I think he'll probably want to run Electric on the Quack. I think. But Hurricane's free. If he wants to go back to Jirachi, he can go back to Jirachi, that's fine. Unless he's Wish. He could be Healing Wish, which would be annoying. Yeah, withdraw. I could have U-turned for momentum there. Really have him on the back foot. Yeah, go Jirachi. This is fine though, because this allows Ribombee just to click kind of like buttons. We get the... This is... I mean, it's lucky, but this is justice against the Jirachi. I'll discharge. So if you go Ting Lu, that's fine. I just U-turn out. And... Actually, it's not fine, because I don't really want to switch into it and stay in. Okay, so I'm getting the plays right. You have to break through Confusion and Paralysis. Okay, sorry, Nexus. I am sorry. Like, so the thing is, right, I think Quack comes in and Terra Electrics. So what stops that from happening? U-turn kills. I think actually getting in Keldeo here would be quite nice. Because you really do not like Keldeo. That was definitely his Keldeo answer. I don't necessarily have to click Terra Fairy straight away. But if Moon isn't boots, it gets hit by webs. Quack is a 50-50. Cinny could come in. I am Calm Mind. If he clicks Terra Fairy, then I can just start clicking Surf, even if that Surf is just free at that point. Right, Quack Quable. Get rid of the Assault Vest off you. Terra Fairy Keldeo one-shots Quack if it doesn't Terra. So he goes Cinny. Right, and this is where we get to start scouting to see what happens. I will Calm Mind to scout, because if he wants to click his own Calm Mind, then that's okay. Also, Tragedy has struck. I have Hugh Hoofner. Doesn't fit in the nickname box for some reason. Am I pulling the trigger a bit too quick on Keldeo? Possibly. But I think if I get rid of Sinistra, then Ogerpon does work. I can spin. Ogerpon goes in. Okay, I thought Nexus had at me or something, but he hasn't. Calm Mind in front of this. He has to be Fizz Def, right? Shadow Ball. That should do very little. Yeah, that does very little. So now I Terra Blast? If he is Fizz Def, this does 67 to 80%. So I'm just going to click it twice. You can go Glamora if you want, but you'll die. Yeah, he has 0 Fairy Switch-ins. Tingli will get shafted. Moon will get shafted. Jirachi's dead. Glamora will take the hit, but then die to Surf. He could match a Gacha. His own Calm Mind won't save him here. So if he's not Boots, the only thing that could go wrong for me is that the he goes Glim, which is okay. Does Terra Blast activate? What's it called? So he's not Boots, so I outspeed. God, that does so much damage. Right, and then we'll Surf. I don't have to think. I outspeed because webs are up. Like, he could go Roaring Moon if he wants, but the irony is that actually if Glamora dies, then Ribombee looks great. Yeah, maybe I didn't pull the Keldeo trigger too quick. I just need damage on that flipping Sinistra. That's my only issue. Glamora dies here. Like, I think even if it's like max HP Pasho Berry or something. Like, it's, yeah. He lets it go. Okay, so Keldeo is 1-0. What do you go into now? You could go Ting. Click Heavy Slam. If he goes Ting Lu, like if it's max Spadef, Surf does 52 to 63. If he's no Spadef, Surf does 70 to 83. But I will die to a Heavy Slam. I'm pretty sure. Do you know what? I actually take a Heavy Slam. If it's not invested. If it's invested, then it pretty much always kills. If he's uninvested, he actually just, yeah. I go into Basky Legion. I'm not giving up Keldeo at this point. Keldeo can still do bits. It has Vacuum Wave, which might be essential. If I can just Liquidation this thing, then that would be great. But you go straight into Whirlwind. I could have got my fat damage off. I kind of hope I get put back into Keldeo here. You know what? I'll take it. I will take it. Let's just Moonblast. Can you actually touch me? I feel like if you had Heavy Slam, you'd have clicked it on Keldeo. But he probably wouldn't expect to... He'll have Earthquake, a Dark move. Surely like Spikes or something? Big special attack drop. Definitely matters. He Spikes. Okay. So he's clicking all the hazards, which is fine, because I have so many pairs of boots. He might have knockoff on the, what's it called? Ring Moon, but I don't think that will really help too much. He EQs, so he might think I'm sashed. We chew that. Moonblast. See, Quack is a problem for me, right? Quack is a big problem for me. I think the way I have to deal with Quack is to save Donphan for Sturdy, click Earthquake, and then just try and kill it with priority. I think that's what I have to do. Thing is, there is also webs. So if it kills me with Aqua Step, he'll be at neutral. So there's the Quack. Shout out to Ribombee getting a kill. Like, I'm 6-3 up at this point, but there's a fucking Terra Quack in front of me, you know? So anything can quite literally happen. I'm going to Moonblast. I didn't see if it got... I didn't see if it heavy duty... I didn't see if it got the speed drop, which is slightly annoying. I'll have to check after. He didn't Terra. Man is a menace. Oh, he's Balloon. Okay. I mean, I'm not even looking at the screen and I'm just killing things. Okay. That's fine. Quack just... Yeah. I don't get why he didn't Terra. Why would you not Terra? Right, he goes City. Are you Calm Mind? Because that is a huge worry of mine. But I have got that thing, so I'll Moonblast. We'll scout and see what goes on here. Holy moly. We are so gifted at this game. You are Calm Mind. Thing is though, right? I've hacked him to shit here. He can what's it call me if he wants, but like he won't get much health because I'm a Ribombee, you know? I'm a Ribombee. He's neutral. I don't actually know if it kills me or not here, but yeah. I'm going to Moonblast and get another special attack drop just because I am. I've hacked Nexus out here. Like, this isn't undeserved. I just realised I've got everything left alive. Bruh. Like, Strength Staff will give him nothing. If I was Quiver Dance, I think I'd just win on the spot. Yeah, it gives you nothing. Like, I can stay in, eventually I'll have no attack. So you just have to attack me. And then I just go Ogerpon and click Ivy Cudgel, I think. Honestly, such a stupid game. I'll crit him on this turn. Just you watch, I will crit him on this turn. Oh, I didn't. Okay. You Shadow Ball. Okay. He's not trying to mind me out of this. No Speed F. Oh, I've got Shield Dust, so he can't Speed F drop me actually. I don't think Moonblast kills here, which is a shame. Because that would then be a 4-0 for Ribombee. I can only assume Roaring Moon isn't Boots. It just... Okay, it does kill it. Yeah. Is Ribombee about to do things and stuff? To this man. Yeah. Are you... No, you're caught in a web, so I outspeed you even if you are Booster. You're not Booster. Okay, well, I think that's game. The fact he didn't Terra is wild. Okay, that's the least deserved 6-0 in the history of Draft League. Yeah, I said in prep, Ribombee does bits. Ribombee did, in fact, do bits. It literally just clicked Moonblast about 8 times in a row. And that's the game. So, yeah, that's now 7-1 for the season, and I'm pretty sure that probably puts us in top seed. Because the differential has just gone up the wazoo. I'm on something like plus 16 now, I think. So, yeah, least deserved 6-0 in the world. I apologise, Nexus, because that was just a stupid amount of hacks. This whole season for me, I've just been a stupid amount of hacks. It is the dad diff. Guys, go get everyone pregnant, because it gifts you a Pokemon, apparently. It gives you luck anyway, so thanks for watching, and I will see you for next week, where we play Nova in the final week of the regular season, and then after that we will be playing in the playoffs. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.